You know what? Honestly, it's a really good thing that I know that after a long, nice long, or long, nice, whatever you want to put it, outing with my family one day, the next day we all know to relax together as a family. And how do we do that after a long day of looking at sports stadiums and checking out all sorts of sports memorabilia? We do the next day by simply watching channels like the Golf Channel and NFL Network. Hey, I had to come up with something to cheer you up on what's otherwise a drag of a day for some, but I'm not going to let that be the reason why it could be a bad day. So, you know what? Happy Monday, everybody. Yeah, it's Monday. The weekend's over. Hey, listen, just because I'm on vacation doesn't mean that I still don't find Mondays to be a real drag, because they can be, if you let them. But I try not to do that. You know, there's so much stuff going on in the world that really can be a huge problem, or people think about so much that it ruins everyone's good time. So I'm not going to let that be the reason why your day is ruined. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to promote some positivity, some optimism, and all sorts of synonyms for pretty much the word good. But yeah, so yesterday, pretty low-key day. You know, after making this video and everybody uploading it, you know, I had some breakfast downstairs. You know, I already told you what it is, make your own waffles and fruit and cereal, stuff like that, which is all you really need. We all just got together and head over to my aunt and uncle's place, and we just sat around and did nothing all day. Relaxed. At one point I actually ended up taking a nap, which, you know what? I never do take enough naps, to be perfectly honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with taking a nap whatsoever. In fact, some countries, I do believe Japan actually enforces nap time as a means to help workers actually, do better at work. So, yeah, you have that. Let's see. Okay, to be perfectly honest, I was saying all this as a segue for the fact that outside of the nap, which actually did happen, by the way, we did nothing but really watch NFL Network all day. I mean, yeah, a lot of it repeated. And of course, we changed the channels. I mean, you know me. I'm a food, I like the Food Network and Travel Channel, so we were watching Food Network and Travel Channel. Actually, no, we really weren't watching Travel Channel because there was nothing but like Ghost Adventures all day. Honestly, shows like that or Mysteries at the Museum, they don't really interest me very much. Not that it's scary or anything, just not very interesting. Hey, excuse me. So, yeah, it's pretty safe to say the beginning of NFL season is literally right around the corner, and I am so excited. I said again, we did nothing but watch NFL Network all day yesterday, so of course it made me even more excited for what's ahead. We're hearing everything from how much better the Browns are going to be, or should be. I mean, it's the Cleveland Browns, and while I don't hate the Cleveland Browns in any way, and honestly, after last season, I hope they do better, I'm still not holding out much hope. I mean, there's no way they're winning the division. I'm calling that right now. But, then again, we never know what happens in these sorts of things. Although, it is bothering me that they're calling the Cowboys like third or fourth in the division, which I know for a fact isn't true. And don't misunderstand me. Even though I've said I hate the Eagles, though I did say I like Carson Wentz and Nick Foles and Mark Ingram, and I do like some of the other players on the Eagles. They really aren't that good. The only reason why they won the division was really because of the fact that Ezekiel Elliott was out for 6 games, when everyone knows he really shouldn't have. Especially considering after what Tom Brady did a few years ago, he was only out for 4. Not to mention all the evidence against Ezekiel Elliott was very inconclusive at best. So, yeah. Good luck trying to stop us, Eagles fans. We're coming. Sorry, it's the emotions. It's the emotions of football season. I mean, what can I say? Football season's on the horizon. I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah. You know, we're hearing all sorts of headlines about football season, like, particularly about the fact that, you know, here's one thing that was really popping up a lot. It's the fact that, for those of you who don't know, there's the former quarterback of the Redskins was Kirk Cousins, but then he got traded to Minnesota after the Redskins picked up Alex Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs. And now Case Keenum is going to play for the Denver Broncos. Some of this can get really confusing if you're not paying attention, I'm not going to lie. That said, honestly, I really have no idea how this year is going to turn out in terms of football altogether. Other than the Cowboys are going to be awesome this year. But, you know, who's to know? I mean, there are some things we can call. I mean, the Patriots are still going to do incredibly well to the point where, of course, they're going to win the division. As much as I have a soft spot for Buffalo, you know, teams like the Buccaneers and sadly the Bills, and you know what, I'll call it, even the Broncos are probably going to unravel, and not necessarily in a good way. And I lost my train of thought, excuse me. And Kirk Cousins is, everyone was saying he's a top tier quarterback when really his numbers are around average, but because he's on the Vikings, they're going to be better. And don't get me wrong, I like the Vikings okay. I mean, I actually never did tell you this story, but my uncle, who is a Seahawks fan, he's actually been a Seahawks fan since he was 6 years old. And before that, he actually was a Vikings fan. Oh yeah. In fact, he was there when that song, Big Bad Purple People Eaters, he was there when that song was invented. Yeah, he was. He knows that song by heart. And he still does like the Vikings, but he's going to cheer for the Seahawks each and every time. Which, honestly, the Seattle Seahawks' days are numbered as well, considering that they lost a ton of guys, and honestly, they've been on the decline for a little while. Although some people are saying that the 49ers are going to win that division, which, yeah, I'm not really so sure about that. Because even if they do get by the Seahawks, which, honestly, with Jimmy Garoppolo as quarterback, or Jimmy G, as some people have been referring to him as, who's actually been on a real hot streak, he's actually never lost a professional NFL game with all the teams he's been on. So he's got that going for him at least. Anyway, even if they do get by the Seahawks, they still got to get by the Rams. And the Rams were really good last year. Dallas really should have beaten them, but they were really good last year. With that said, again, who's to know? I mean, I don't even know how today's going to go for all I know. Then again, it's only just about 6:30 here, even though it's 8:30 usually where I am. See, the time difference is always getting to me, because, you know, I'm getting up at, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning like I normally do, to get ready for the videos. For those of you who don't know, I take preparation for these videos the same way I would prepare for an evening out with a lovely woman. shower, clean shave, smell nice, minty fresh breath from flossing, rinsing, and brushing my teeth. That's for when they invent smell-o-vision, by the way. So, yeah. And now I just lost my train of thought. But the time difference. But again, the day is just getting started here, and depending on how your day is going in places like New York and Pennsylvania and Maryland or Florida, for that matter, the day is already getting to be a very long one or a very good one, or both. Hey, you can have a long day and still be pretty good. I mean, if that ever happens, though, you really should count your blessings. That's just how it is. I mean, yeah, sorry. It's still a little early for me, which means I'm going to have one heck of a time getting ready for when I get home and doing the time difference. Hooray for jet lag! So, looking forward to that. But honestly, I'm just going to enjoy the long vacation that I have out here in Denver. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a few things I miss. Of course I miss doing videos of Acuca Lake, even though I was only doing one, maybe two a week. So, there's that. And of course I miss being in my office. I like my office. That's just how it works. But yeah, there's that. Honestly, I find it funny that this entire time it looks like my head's just peeking above a wall because of my black shirt and the light behind me, which, again, it's Colorado. The sunrises here are great. Honestly, if there's one thing I know I may have said this in previous videos, but one thing I definitely do like is to keep my blinds open because you gotta let the sun shine in. The sun shining is nice. I love the sunshine. Just because I'm not in New York doesn't mean I don't get sunshine here. In fact, again, the days here have been great. It's nighttime that has either been really rainy or really cold or both. So I've actually been kind of lucky. But I guess the saying goes, I'd rather be lucky than good. Although, to be perfectly honest, I'd rather be both. Just like I'd rather make these videos every day, forever, if at all possible. And on that note, please like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. I'm humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful Monday. Hey man, Monday is going to be wonderful too. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk, or if any of you guys ever want to chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. So, take care everybody.